Hey guys, it's Novelistine back again with yet another video. So this video is actually inspired by Starla Reeds. Now, I have some similar feelings towards water, except for she was scared of it, while I have a mutual I have I have twisted feelings about water. Now then, it wasn't always like this. Here's the thing, even growing up, I hated the Little Mermaids. Absolutely hate the Pirates of the Caribbean. Here's the thing, anything that has to do with water, that includes mermaids, pirates, what other water like things that are related to water, I hate it. For some odd reason, it gives me this weird prinkly like feeling on my skin, and especially when I'm around pirate like media, like for example, all I can smell is nothing but bad body odor, someone's jagged ratchet ass teeth coming at me and like breathing in my face. I don't know how you guys can read anything about pirates. I don't know why people like to read about pirates in their fantasy. Do you, girl? But like, just the imagery alone of how real pirates were, and like the bad breath and like the jaundice. I can't. I absolutely can't. And like, just I'm so sorry. Like, I just got a bad image of like a disgusting old white hair, like who's dirty and bad body odor and like STDs all and like horrible bad breath, like like all over my. No, no, I can't. And that has to do with water. And then I start thinking about like mermaids, and I don't know what inspired me to like not like mermaids. Maybe it's because I didn't like the movie The Little Mermaid. Even though, oddly enough, as much as I don't like mermaids, I appreciate how fun it would be to be a mermaid, just to go swimming around in the beautiful ocean, because the beautiful ocean is so goddamn beautiful. But then you remember how humans are dirtying shit up, and not to mention, here's the thing: the deep dark sea does not, well, it does scare me, but I wouldn't mind if I was a mermaid. I wouldn't mind swimming in the ocean, just to go deep down into the ocean and to explore it myself with a few other mermaid friends, you know? So I'm not alone, but I wouldn't mind doing that. It's just that real life though, no. No, it's a no for me. I would love to like use like, those weird submarines, not be in it, like those, the one that you can remote control just to explore it. I wouldn't mind that. But here's the thing. I think what made me hate water is video games. Now then, if you play lots of video games, especially scary video games, what happens? Like, okay, when you think about scary video games, I don't know about you, but the most nerve-wracking part or sequence of a game is when they're around a body of water. It doesn't even have to be like that they're in the ocean or in the middle of the sea. It doesn't have to be that. Or better yet, it doesn't have to be anything that has to do with like a lake or pond. Like it could be in their house. Like for example, I'm thinking about, for example, Little like Nightmares. There was this part. Actually, the game is called Little Nightmares, the DLC, and there was this part where he has to swim in um in a body of water that was in the ship, right? Scariest part, because you know that there's something in the water getting trying to get you. And I think that's why I get scared of water nowadays, because when did I start to get into video games or start to like watch other people play video games? I think it was around middle school. And it was around that time that I realized that, you know what, water is not for me. And here's the thing, I don't mind having water like powers, like for example, Katara. If I could be just like Katara, able to control the water in your body and just bend you to my will, that'd be great. Um, or better yet, who else has water like powers? I don't know. Oh, witches. I forgot. It's called I'll leave like the link down below, or like the little theme music. I already talked about it in like the throwbackathon. I love that show. Or better yet, there was this one show with mermaids that I could tolerate, mainly because most of the time, like, they can turn into mermaids, but otherwise they're pretty much human. And it's called H2O on Nickelodeon. Hopefully that's the name of. I got a special power that I'm not afraid to use. Come on, this is my adventure. This is my fantasy. It's all about living in the ocean, being wild and free. 'Cause I'm no ordinary girl. I'm from the deep underworld. Let 'em see I got the power if I just believe. 'Cause I'm no ordinary girl. I'm from the deep underworld. Let 'em see the world's my oyster. I'm the pearl. No ordinary girl. The show, because I kind of want to binge watch it again. But even then, even when it came for those things, even when I'm watching, Kantaro Waterbrand, there's just something about it that makes my skin prinkle, and it leaves my skin with an icky feeling. And I don't have that feeling in real life when I go, makeshift swimming, And either way, I have video games to blame for that. And oddly enough, I managed to get Subnautica for free. I still hadn't played it because I've seen other people do playthroughs with Subnautica. Scary as shit. I'm scared to play this by myself, especially like there's the video game Subnautica. It's kind of like you're on an alien planet that is mostly water, right? Of course you have a few islands here and there, but it's mostly water, which means that you have these crazy like alien like creatures that are fish like, and you can go all the way down and like end up on the other side of the planet, but then you have to go into the deep dark depths. And and then sometimes you get fucked over because you have these giant ass creatures coming towards your ship and destroying it. And how the hell are you? And here's the thing, especially if you don't have like the right supplies to like fix yourself or like to be able to breathe on the water, you're gonna die. You're going to die and get eaten. And you have to look for supplies while you're trying to leave the planet and all that stuff. And sure, you might run into some cute little alien like fish like creatures, but it's like, no, there's like, especially the Leviathan, there's like this weird like creature that's bigger than I say in video game format, I would say that it's bigger than Sharknado. No. And it comes after you and it's, no. Like, could you imagine all of that? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I don't want to cheat or anything trying to get away from that thing. And not to mention, what other video games? Like, for example, the Evil Within video game, like there's certain parts where like you have to travel from one location in like this weird dimension to another, and in order to do that, you're in this weird area where you are surrounded by nothing but water except for that door in front of you. I'm sorry, that shit creeps me out, because in other video games where you are surrounded by nothing but water and you have to find a way away from it, and you have some kind of weird creature following you and you can hear it because of the splash of the water, like, it's absolutely insane. I don't want nothing to do with that. Nothing at all with that. And each time that I have to go into a body of water in a video game, my anxiety is all the way through the roof. Fuck fire. I'm sorry. Fuck fire, right? Fuck fire. I could always use fire as a weapon unless I'm like fighting some kind of weird fire demon in a video game. But in my video games with water, that is the most tense feeling that I could ever get. Okay? Like, especially when you are just splashing, and especially when you have to be fucking quiet, but you have to cross this body of water. How the hell am I supposed to be quiet around a body of water when it's like splash, splash, splash with my footsteps trying to get away? And like, and then the worst part is when you're by yourself in the video game and you're just walking and you're just trying to find a way out, or do whatever you have to need to accomplish in the video game. You start to hear someone or something follow you, and the only way to know that is because of the splash, splash, splash of the footprints. No, and you're in the body of water. What if some kind of weird demon pulls you in? Like, like how they show the reflection in the. I don't know. I feel like I'm only talking to people who play video games, but I'm going to read some books that has water like settings. I'm still worried about the whole pirate thing. I know if said I hate pirates, I'm gonna have to read something about pirates, and I don't want to. I think I'm gonna stick with the mermaids and the I'm going to stick with the mermaids. I'm going to stick with water like settings. It's just that I don't want to read anything with pirates in there. Like, so long it I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do the pirates thing. I'm not gonna do that for a video. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe if you can like recommend me some things, but ooh, that reminds me. Anything that has to do with ship settings, I can't do it. I probably will try to do that. Like, I have one book in mind, and it's a mystery novel, and it has to do with a ship and everything. So maybe I could do that for this water reading, any book that has to do with water. So I'm gonna save this video so you guys can reference this video, because I don't want the main video to be long as shit, because this is already going on for 10 or 11 minutes. But I gotta go. Nothing with pirates. Ship like settings I'm okay with, but I'm sorry. If I'm gonna do something with pirates, I have to like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to reset my brain into not thinking about disgusting things when it comes for pirates or something. Or maybe if I read a fantasy book that has something to do with pirates and shit, and it's like, mm, mm-mm. But that's it. I just want to use this as a reference for later, or you guys can use it as a reference for later. Bye.